Hey everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a brief overview of Terra Eterna. This game was sent to me as a preview copy, and all of these components and cards you see are prototypes. So definitely keep that in mind as you continue watching this video. So I just wanted to talk about some of the components. We have the rulebook, nice beautiful art, and this is a game for 1 to 4 players. And it is a co-op game, and it says with a hint of sabotage. So that's an interesting twist. There are 2 modes you can play. There's like the normal mode, which is 5 rounds, or a blitz mode, which is 2 rounds. So, you know, that kind of gives you the ability to kind of truncate the game a little bit if you don't want to play for too long. So some of the game components includes the starting tile. So this is the starting tile city of Valia. And then we have the rest of the hex tiles, and basically when you set up, you have a mix of liberated and unliberated hexes. And so these are your unliberated hex tiles, and then these are your liberated ones. And they have a good visual showing which one is liberated and which one is not. So we have, oh, I may have gotten that backwards. So liberated is the ones where you don't see the numbers and words, and unliberated means the ones that do still have the numbers and words. So these are the unliberated and these are liberated. You'll also notice there are tokens on these tiles. These tokens pertain to the type of tile, and during setup there is a little key here. So for your field tiles, which are these, they kind of look like this, you'll put 2 bronze tiles, bronze monster tokens on them, and then in addition to that, forest tiles, you'll put 2 silver monster tokens, and desert tiles, you'll put 2 gold ones. So this one is a desert, so you'll put 2 gold ones. Something to note is that there are like little hashed lines, and that definitely will get in your way as you play the game, because that prevents you from traveling from this hex to the next if there's a line. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm not sure if during setup if you can choose which orientation to kind of put these tiles down in, but I put them randomly, and so you can see there's definitely a certain path that you'll have to follow to get anywhere else on the map because of these like walls. So you would notice this tile here that has a quest. So something that I want to mention is that you'll also be gaining a quest or a bounty card, so that you can kind of have like a focus for your round. And this is basically shared by all the players, and this one is rank E. These cards all have a rank from A through F, and A is the hardest to accomplish, F is the easiest. So that's why they do suggest that you do start with F and E when you first play. So you'll read the narrative on here, and then on the other side, you'll also see there is some text that tells you how to set up. So I have placed a new unliberated desert tile. So I added it here, and unliberated, which means it's on this side, and I added a quest tile, quest token to it. And then the objective for this specific courier task is to liberate the quest tile before the end of the round. So I have to work to liberate that. And it also tells me to pick up card 10 and 42, which I've already picked up. So there are story cards, which are right here, and they are numbered in order. So you're not really going to want to shuffle those. But basically we're going to have cards 10 and 42. Card 10 is a boss monster. This is a sandworm, and this is its health, which is 12. It has attack 6, 3 defense, and it has this ability on it. And then if we fail or succeed in defeating this boss, we will be able to follow what the card says, depending if we failed or succeeded. And we will basically have these on the side. This kind of gives us a heads up as to what we might encounter at the end of the round, because we are addressing these cards at the end of the round. As far as player setup goes, you're going to be choosing a hero. For this brief overview, I chose Aetha Einhart. There are some stats here on the left. It has 2 health, it has 1 strength, 3 agility, and 6 intelligence. And the intelligence is important because that tells you how many cards they'll be able to draw at the beginning of the round. So you'll notice I drew 6 cards from a deck, and the deck is actually consisting of 5 starter cards for Blitz and 5 class cards. So a total of 10 cards in Blitz. And you'll shuffle them up. I know the card backs don't match because they are different cards, but you'll shuffle them up and draw your intelligence number, which is 6 for me. So these cards are pretty neat. They could be, you know, weapons or skill cards, and there could be other types of cards, but that's what I have currently in my hand. And you'll be able to play them or use them, discard them to, you know, trade for I believe movement and stuff. Another thing you'll do as a player is grab the matching acrylic standee. So we have this one that matches the hero I chose, Aetha Einhart. And so I, you know, just for the purpose of this video, I'm putting it flat here, but it does come with a standee. And then in addition to your hero and your starting deck, you will also choose a story, which is randomly chosen. And this one basically gives you a basically like a personal goal that if you meet, you'll get some victory points at the end of the game. So normally that would be face down. Talking about some of the decks, we have 3 monster decks. They pertain to the color of these monster tokens. So obviously we have the bronze, silver, and the gold. We have an artifact deck, which is split evenly into 2 separate decks, which I have here. And again, as mentioned before, we have the story deck, which you'll be going through, you know, picking up the cards as specified. This will tell you the victory points and the ranking you would be at the end of the game based on your victory points. For the Blitz mode, that's what you would look at, and then the other side is the full 5-round game. 23 points being the highest for that, and then for Blitz mode, 12 would be a really good score. And just to go over some of the other components, we have you know, a bunch of the additional tokens here for the monsters and quest tokens. We have 3 custom dice, which these will tell you kind of which monsters might come out. This also tells you certain buffs that you might be able to get. We also have a bunch of these custom dice of different kinds. So it's not really an RPG without these dice, right? So we have some of these dice as well. Alright. And not pictured here, there are going to be 24 mini dice. So that would be part of the components as well. But yeah, overall, you're going to be going through essentially two phases. There is the adventure phase, which I would say is probably the most fun. You get to explore and hopefully not aggravate any monsters on the way. And if you do, you do trigger a battle immediately. Alright. And then after the adventure phase, there is a battle phase. And then after that, you're pretty much just trying to stay alive for 2 rounds and meeting your goal. I think this is a pretty interesting game, especially with kind of like, it's interesting to see the deck and the different abilities that you might be able to use against the monsters. I probably would want to play with another person because I think there's also potential for, you know, that, I don't know, what I guess it's more like cooperation. I guess that's why they call it co-op, right? And I don't know, it might feel a little bit less interesting playing solo. I've only just read the rules and looked at kind of like the components here, so I'm excited to give it a try in Blitz mode. But I just wanted to give an overview of this game. Let me know what you guys think so far of Terra Eterna. This game will be upcoming soon, so keep an eye out on it. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching. Bye.